Okay. How about your status? Have you completed that exercise that was given yesterday? Do you
Yes,
have
sir.
your
Yes, sir.
candidates ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Any questions, any queries before we move ahead?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. While creating that search box, I'm showing errors. Sir.
Creating a search box.
Yes,
All right.
search box.
Yeah, share your screen.
Yes, sir. Can you see my screen, sir?
It's coming up. I can see it.
Well, it's showing errors.
It is your gallery. It's not your search box that you are applying error to.
But sir, this is happened here, sir. But this is working. Here, the same code, but it's working.
It is working here. Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
else?
Yeah, it is created automatically.
Yeah.
But while creating manually, it's showing error.
Are you connected to same data source?
Yes, sir. Visit and here also visits.
Gallery type.
Sorry, sir.
Go to properties. Here layout is title and subtitle. Do you have that same layout?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where is the error?
The function search has some invalid arguments.
Yeah, what are those invalid? What is that invalid? Go to that stethoscope icon. Formula. Did you copy paste that formula?
Yeah, means the same.
No, you type it out. Type it out.
Okay, again we have to type.
Yeah. Remove everything and start typing that formula.
Okay, sir.
Don't have text search box, right? There you have formula because you have a search box by the name of text input 1. What is your text input 1?
And this is that
Where is the search box? I can't see search box in your canvas. Select text input 1.
No, sir. Apple and
Yeah, select text input 1 from tree view.
which is the what is it? Where is the mistake?
No, why are you in? No. There's already one. You already have one here in the tree view. Text input 1.
Yeah, I'm just to insert one more text input.
Where is that?
I'm
Where is that text
not.
input 1? Select it. Select it from the tree view.
One is for this
Yeah.
one. This course.
Why is
Here,
that text input? It should be label. If not, okay. Introduce text input.
is it?
Introduce another text input.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, just added that, but same that.
Yeah. Why is it short descending 1? Is that the formula?
Yeah, it's written here. No? This the formula is that if short descending one descending or otherwise ascending.
Okay, go there. Function short by column, the specific column CR by code. Remove that column code. Remove those both column. Yeah, remove those. Write viz name. Select from there.
KTF7 name.
Yeah. Complete the bracket. Comma. Same column name.
That's it.
Same column name. CR FD7 name. No. Not quotation mark. Remove. Yeah. In the drop down, it will come. Comma. So complete your bracket last.
Yeah, it's already completed. One more that is name.
There is a problem, man, with your phone. I can't take control.
Yes, sir.
I'm not able to take control. There is some problem with writing formulas itself because both formulas are same. Here, something is wrong here. Descending. Source. Do you have anything I can take control of your computer? Any disk or
Yes,
any
sir.
other?
Yeah, I have very good, sir.
Give me.
Yes, sir. This is the number. It's 108.
Yeah, just a moment. Eight, 9, 5, 8, 5, 6, 8. We are using variable here.
Okay, sir.
That's why your is not working.
Okay, okay. Means I have to use that icon and use that.
You have to use a variable, yes. But so we are yet to understand variable. We are yet to come to that part, but it is using variable. That's why it is not, that sort descending one is not a formula. It is a variable which has
Okay,
been
sir.
put into that logic. So sort by column, search, order. Order can be ascending. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. All right. Rifagat and Chandan, can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, sir.
All right. How is the training going on for you guys?
It's good, sir. It's good.
This is my question to everyone. How is the training going on? Are you learning what you expected from this training?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is this thing new to you? The things that you are learning?
Yes, sir. Completely new, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any changes in that you would like to recommend?
No, sir. Nothing. No, sir.
And
It's fine, sir.
I'm just asking, sir, how to know in which means which what gallery or form we have to use what kind of things means. Yes, sir.
No,
I will.
so
How to
it's
know that?
completely, the developer choice, and it also depends upon requirement. It's not about, you would decide this has to be used. It completely depends upon business requirement, or maybe the way user would like to experience it. So it will change time to time. I would say, you practice on every type of gallery and then decide which one will suit best for any of the user for which we are creating these applications.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now we have left a lot of time. We have done in that, but let's go ahead and understand few other aspects of Canvas app application as well. So today, the target is completely to understand several topics. I'm going to take you back to this particular screen where we have all of our, uh, topics mentioned. So we are done with this. Okay, we are also done with tables, creating relationships and all. We started with Power Apps. We started that we also had template, right? And we also started building approaches, different types of building, how you can create it from data source, how you can create it from blank app. We will focus today on these aspects. So Power App controls. Today we will focus on these things, how we can show this information into our application. So starting with first, which is text control. All right. For that, I will go ahead and create an application. I will call this as a learning app. Okay, I'll choose that to be a tablet mode. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm audible clearly. Any kind of background noises?
No, sir.
No,
Okay, thank you. Now, the amazing thing about Power Apps is that you have a lot of text input controls. You have a lot of gallery controls. You have image controls. So we will start understanding them one by one. As soon as I click on insert, I see all of these things that can be introduced to my application. I will call them as control, control. So with control, we start with first one, which is the text input. There are two divisions in which text control has been divided. So whenever you use text control, we often divide these text controls into two parts. The first one of them would be known as the one that are used to show information. All right. So the first one of them is label. A label is helpful in showing information to a user, and label has a lot of properties. As we saw, we've been dealing with these properties. So the first type is known as display text control. Right? This becomes our first type. You can see that there are a lot of properties to these controls, such as the color itself. Okay. Then you also have the border line. So these are all your cosmetic properties. Similar to display control, you have second type of control, which is known as input text control. Okay. Now what is input text control? So right over here, the second thing is text input. A text input would let user, or you would give user chance to enter information. This also has similar properties like color, border, radius and all, whereas it also has actionable properties, such as what should happen when users select on this. So you would see that reset properties, tooltip properties. Then you also have mode, on change, on select. Something that you've been doing is hint text. Right? That becomes your hint text. Then you also have default properties. What is the default value that you would like to show to a user? So this becomes two parts. One is your label and other become your text input. Similarly, you could see the difference. In label, you can see information. In text input, you can enter information. Right? So by doing this division, you also understand that there is also HTML text input. In case you wanted to show URL, right? In case you wanted to show any URL to a user, youtube.com, right? www. This becomes your text. So if you wanted to show that information, you could show that information in HTML text as well. This is more precisely done in a way this HTML text are represented. So right over here, you could see show your HTML text here, which will also go on changing with the color itself. So this become your two text inputs, right? Sorry, two labels, one text input. Similar to text input, there is also a rich text editor. This is also part of a input control where you can give ability user to enter rich experience or maybe bold. Depending upon the selection that you want. So generally these are used in comment sections where you want to give user to in a stylish way to represent their information. So this become part of your input text control, enter info. This become part of your rich text. And the last one in text control is a pen input. A pen input is again an input side where you give ability user to give their signatures. So on the cell phone, they can touch it and they can start providing their signatures. This is most used in delivery-based applications, where signature from the customer is needed, much needed. All right. Going further, other than text inputs, we also have further other inputs that are very necessary to understand. So let's introduce another screen. Let's call this screen as rename text controls. The next phase that you have, I'm going to introduce a new screen. I'm going to call this as input control. In input control, you will find a lot of information, a lot of controls to be used. Button, text input, right? The first thing that you see is a button. Button has a lot of actionable properties. So you can click here to a button and something can happen based out of the formula that you see. Maybe on select, navigate, to text controls. Button also has cosmetic properties such as hover color, disable filled, hover border color, hover fill, which can also be formulated. So you could see color fade RGBA, which means when I take my cursor over there, what color it should be there. I can also configure it via formulas. You can see that. So that is hover fill. A button will have a lot of properties. Then you're known about pen input. Then is the drop down. What is a drop down? Drop down will let you select few items. 1, 2, 3. I hope you are all with me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So now in drop down, you see that there are sample items. So the item property of the drop down say drop down samples, but you can give it static information as well. The syntax here would be little different. So you will start with square bracket. And if you wanted to represent days, so within those quotation marks, you will represent some static content that you wanted to have in your dropdown in this way. Now my dropdown will have that information that is entered in this square bracket within the quotation marks. That is the way to have this information. You can see that the data type is considered is a table. That means you can also connect it to a table, to a column that you have in your database. If I select this, I can see that the items can be connected to database as well. So So the data tables can also be connected, accounts, activities, buildings, right? It can connect to different other data sources as well. I'll connect it to accounts. And from account, I wanted to show account name. So it will show all of my account names. And I can select one of them. Going forward, you also have further inputs such as combo boxes, drop down, check boxes, list boxes. Combo box. Combo box will let you select multiple choices. So if you say you are again connecting it to account, the field that it would come up would be account. So you can select multiple items here. Whereas with dropdown, you can only select one item. Remember, these are all stored. So they can also be shown on certain text that you wanted to see. So if you wanted to show it in a label, maybe you wanted to save this information back to the data source, that can also be done. You just need to understand that this is dropdown one dot selected text dot value. So it will start showing information that you select on this. In a similar way, you can save this information as well.
Sir,
Yes.
yeah, how to connect button to text box?
How to connect
Button to text box.
button to
Text box. Text input.
text input. Oh, this two
Yeah.
button. So
Yes, sir.
what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Connect as if like what type of connection?
Suppose I'm clicking on that button means it that means there are three buttons like one, two, three. Suppose I'm pressing one, then the text box in the text box it will be one.
Yeah, yes. Every day you are asking me same question.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do that,
No,
but
there's a reason, why am I not letting you know that? Because there are some topics that we have not covered, but I want you to brainstorm on this, right? How would you do that? I know how to do that, but I need you to understand. I need you to think about it. How would you do that?
yes. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. So button, all right. Button can also be connected, and that values can also be represented here. So similarly, you will see there are a lot of text. Date picker is there, list box is there, check box is there. Then you also have radio, toggle button. You also have slider, right? Now, based on this, let's see how slider behaves. I'm going to delete that. But what is slider? You can have value floor slider, right? 50 to 100. Perfect. Can you connect these two items to each other? Okay. So this is an exercise for you all. We have a button here. Okay. Perfect. We have a slider here. Slider has a value of 0 to 100. What I want to do is, as soon as I go more than 50, the button's color should change to red. If I go less than 50, it should turn green. Please let me know how would I do that. How can I connect these two items to each other?
Then we put on conditions that if the button value greater than 50, then it will the
Okay, go ahead. Prepare this type of solution in your Power Apps and show me.
okay, sir.
Okay, we'll give it 5 minutes, everyone. For 5 minutes, we will do this exercise. I want to change the color of button from greater than 50 to red, less than 50 to green. 5-minute exercise. Okay, 2 minutes more. If you are done, please share your screen. All right. So if no resolution was fine, were you able to find a resolution for it? Guys, is it working?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Now, how would I know what is the value of slider? So tell me a formula. I'm bringing a label. I want to show what value will slider have. What is the value of the slider? How would I show it on my text input? Slider 1 dot value, right? Perfect, it is working. Now, what property of the button should I target so that its color will change? Fill property, right? So if I change fill property of the button, so green, if I write red, or even if any value that I wanted to give between RGBA constant, so like 103, 103, 89. See, RGBA can also be given. So now where would I apply that formula? I will say if to the fill property slider 1. See the formula. If logical test true value and then the false value. If slider 1 dot value is greater than 50, then red, else green. Will it work? Yes, why not? Try at your end. If it is working, let me know.
It's showing that yeah, output is coming, but one cross mark is there, and it's written expected operator. We expect an operator such as plus into or and at this point in the formula.
Share screen.
It's showing this. Output is coming.
So, so click on that error. Yeah, click on that error. Go to the error. Edit in formula. Double click on that. Double click on that error. Yeah. Remove it.
Remove that minus 20%.
Yeah, everything. Remove from here. Then perfect.
What happened here? I didn't get it. Excel.
Okay. All right. One last topic. We have last 5 minutes left. So one last topic for today is to understand how this two can behave with each other. So we understand now that two controls can be linked together, but you should also know that two controls can also copy each other. So let's just say that you have brought up any button, okay, and you want that button to copy all other button, like a master control, right? So you want to copy this button, which is button, this second number button, right? To copy this particular button. What are the things that you wanted to copy? You wanted to copy the fill property. What you would say is you would go to the fill property and you would write here button 2 dot fill. This is known as referencing. Now both of them will behave in such manner. So even if I take this button and bring it to some other screen, they are going to behave in the same manner. Depending upon the color, the button would also change on different screen. This part is known as referencing in Power Apps. You can always refer two inputs together. If I change that border, so right over here, I change border to 200, you would see that the button would become larger. If I change the border radius, the border radius would become oval. Right. Similarly, I can also refer its border. So right over here, I can go to radius bottom left, radius bottom top left, right, radius top right, and say that go ahead and copy everything of button 2 dot radius, maybe top right. So it will also become curve. So not only cosmetic properties, but other properties can also be targeted, and these inputs can be linked to each other.
Okay, sir. But that button, second button, I can put in any screen, but it's changed accordingly the first button.
Yeah, it depends upon this. Yes, since these two are linked together. That's right. Okay. Try new things at your end. Try to link different inputs to each other. And there are some basic formulas to dot value, dot text, dot border radius, and all. All right. Practice at your end and come up with anything that you could prepare out of it.
Okay, sir.
Vifakat and Chandan and Abhishek, any questions before we wrap up for today?
No, sir.
Okay. Tomorrow we will learn more of Canvas app. We will get into medias and controls as well. And we will invest our time. We'll also learn about different other applications as well, how we can create them. So thank you so much for today. Tomorrow we have same time. This week it will always be 3:30 to 4:30. If any changes are there, I'll inform you.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Have a great day ahead.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.